Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi, and in today's video we're going to be trying to learn how to fix another figure I have never worked on, and today's figure is a vintage Masters of the Universe Mekaneck. Now this figure has a unique feature where you turn his waist and his head extends on a rather long neck, but more often than not that feature is broken and the neck no longer extends. So today we are going to see if we can take one of these apart and work out why that stops working. So let's get on with the project. Okay, so here we have two Masters of the Universe figures. On the right we have Skeletor, and on the left we have Mekaneck. Now predominantly in the Masters of the Universe line, the figures will have a spring-loaded waist action. So this is what Skeletor has here. You can grip the lower part of his body and then twist the upper part of his body round, and it will swing around and do a sort of punching action. It's a really pretty cool feature. But with Mekaneck, they put a new feature in which enabled his neck to rise up. So now if I twist the top part of this figure, you can see that his neck rises up. It makes him a rather unique looking figure, but this mechanism does tend to break and you'll often find them not working, and I've actually got a couple here that don't work, so we're going to try and take those apart and see if we can work out why this mechanism fails and if we can actually fix it. I always like working on something like this that I've never worked on before, so I will learn something new and I'll hopefully find out a new technique that I can use on other toys sort of going down the line. So let's take a look at the broken ones of the Mekanicks that I've got and see if we can work out what's going wrong. Rummaging in my spares pot, I found these two. So this is a Mekaneck missing all of his arms and legs and all of his weapons, and he's very faded. You can see the difference in colour of his body. It's gone a very dark blue, so it's very sun damaged. And if I turn his waist, nothing happens. But I know this mechanism does work. It just seems to be locked in place. If I pull his head, you'll see that his waist does turn around. So the mechanism is working, but for some reason when you twist the waist like you're supposed to, it doesn't want to rise up. And even if I sort of raise it a little bit, it's not going anywhere. You just have to pull the head to get that mechanism working. Whereas on this guy here, he actually rattles. I think you can just about hear that. Something is broken inside him. So when we turn his waist, in fact you can turn this one all the way around and his neck never moves, and actually his neck won't go down fully either. If I just unclip his armour quickly so you can actually see his neck properly, you can see on most of the figures the neck should go right down and be flush with his chest, but on this one it won't go down much further than that. So I think there is definitely something broken, something sort of in the way. So we need to take a look inside these. And opening up Masters of the Universe figures is never an easy thing to do. The plastic is pretty unforgiving and you end up sort of damaging the plastic around the edge. But we're going to have to give it a go on these because we do need to get inside them to see what is going on. The only advantage with Mekaneck is because he's got such a large amount of armour, if we do make any marks on the edges sort of around his neck or down the sides, it will end up being hidden by his armour. So I'm not particularly worried about causing damage to it, but ideally I would like to cause as little damage as possible. So let's have a go at opening one of these up and see how we get on. We'll start with this one because I have the least amount of him.
Toy-polloi. That is incorrect. Try again.
So we're just going to try a few things with this. With a normal He-Man figure, you would be able to pull the head off, get a knife in and start sort of twisting around. On this one, again, because the mechanism is inside and the way the head is held on, we can't do that. So I have had previous luck, certainly on the battle armor version of Skeletor, just giving a gentle tap on the arm post and it does start to sort of crack a bit. And I see this one is actually sort of starting to come apart just above the shoulder there. So I've got a bit of wood here and I've got a hammer and I'm just going to gently tap the top of this and see what happens. It may do nothing, but we may get lucky and it may start to split along the seam. You just have to have a sort of try with these things, and this is the first thing I'm going to try. So let's hit it with a hammer. Okay, I'm going to say not doing anything at all. In fact, I can see that post there just cracking a little bit. So that is not going to be the way to do it. Next thing will be a knife. So I have a knife here and I'm going to try and just put it in where the sort of top of this body is slightly cracking apart anyway, and we'll see if we can sort of twist it open. Basically you want to crack along the side seam here and it then should split into two parts, but these are never easy to split and it's always something I try and avoid doing if I possibly can, but with this figure we're going to have to give it a go. Okay, so I've actually managed to twist apart this side, we have got a slight crack there. I have a feeling that's because this plastic has gone very brittle. You can see it's very sun damaged by the colour that it's gone, which means it's dried out quite a lot. So that is not surprising, but we have managed to get this first side starting to twist apart. So that is good news. I'm going to work my way around to the other side and see if we can get that to do exactly the same. But yeah, that is already coming apart. Brilliant. Oh, lovely. Look at that. The whole thing has come apart. Now we have this figure apart, we can see how the mechanism works, and it's actually quite a simple mechanism, much simpler than I was imagining. I was thinking there'd probably be some gears or some springs, but it really is very simple. We have the neck here, which has a slit in the bottom of it, and then on the pelvis we have a twisted bar. So what you end up doing is when you twist the pelvis, you're basically forcing the neck up, because the neck is held in place. It's got some little pips on either side there which stop it being able to rotate. So by twisting this lower section, you're basically forcing that head up the twisted bar. Now on this one, I'm trying to work out why it's not working, why it's not moving. It just doesn't want to shift, and I think it just needs a bit of lubrication on it. Maybe if I put a bit of Vaseline or something on all of the posts just to give it some grease, that may make this work. So I'm just going to do that and see if that's all that this one needed fixing. The other one though, now that I know what this one looks like inside, I think I can work out what's gone on. I'm going to say that that twisted bar, the sort of curved bar, has snapped on this one, because definitely nothing happens there. And this one won't go down fully, so possibly there's a bit of plastic stuck in the way. So it's going to be interesting to take this one apart. We may end up having to use the pelvis from this one to repair this one, because I'm not quite sure how we can go about repairing it. But let's put a bit of grease on this just to see if we can get this one working, because it would be interesting to actually make this one properly work again. So here I have a pot of just some simple Vaseline, the sort of stuff you can buy in most chemists, and I'm going to smear it just around this post to try and make it sort of easier for everything to move about. You possibly would be better off using a silicone-based lubricant, but this is the stuff that I tend to use, and it's never caused me any issues. I know some people say that this can damage the plastic, but I have to say it always seems to work really well and lasts a very long time. So let's give that a little bit of sort of lubrication all over there. I'll put some just on the edge of that as well. Make sure everything sort of runs smoothly. You do end up a little bit greasy when you use this stuff, and then we can put this back in here. Oh yeah, that is really moving freely now, so maybe that was all it needed. So let's put those two pieces together and drop that in there. We'll put the front on, give it a twist. Still doesn't want to do it. Maybe we need to put a little bit as well on the runners, the bits that go inside the body, the bit where the head moves up and down. Maybe it needs a little bit on there as well. It just feels like it's getting caught. It doesn't want to move at all, which is a bit strange because I can't see any other reason for this not to want to move. It's there's nothing stopping it. There's nothing broken that's sort of holding it in place. So let's just try this. So again, we can put it back together. So that slots in there. That's the back of the figure. That's the front. Give that a twist. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just friction causing it not to work. That now, as you can see, is fully working. So that would be a fairly simple fix. You could probably just squirt some WD-40 inside that and it might have worked again. But yeah, it's been interesting to see inside and see why this one was broken. Let's now try and open the other one, because that has got a more serious issue. So yeah, this one, nothing is moving at all, and I have to say I think that that twisted piece of plastic inside is snapped, so we need to get inside here. His shoulders aren't cracked at the top, so it's going to be a little bit more awkward. We do need to remove his arms, so let's just gently remove those. Bit of twisting like that. And now I'm going to just have to try and get my knife somewhere in here, and we'll try and do the same thing, just sort of split it along the seam. Yeah, this one I think might cause a little bit more damage, but the plastic isn't going to be so brittle because it hasn't faded. So yeah, just give it a go, see what happens. Maybe even, actually what I should do is if I put my knife like that and then give that a gentle tap with a hammer, we might be able to split it just along that seam. So let's try that. So if I hold my knife just on that seam, give it a little bit of a tap, see what happens. Nope, nothing on that side. We'll try on the other side. Oh, well that's interesting. It's actually broken that part off. I wasn't expecting that. So we can actually see what's gone on. This whole piece here has completely broken. That is why this isn't working. But that makes it much easier because now I can use my knife on this bottom edge and we can split from the bottom up. So although I've broken it a bit more, I've actually learnt a bit more. Right, well, I've got it apart. That didn't go quite as smoothly as I'd hoped. As you can see, it has cracked in slightly sort of odd places along the edge, and we've not ended up with a particularly neat looking sort of crack, but it is apart, and as I said, this will all get hidden by the time you put the armour pieces back on. Actually, you can't see any of that, so I'm going to be sort of forgiving with what's happened here, and I'll just sort of let it go. Ideally, it would have cracked nice and neatly, but these figures never actually sort of do what you want them to do. I can see there's actually a tiny little piece missing there as well, which I'm not quite sure where that has gone. Maybe I will find it as I sort of clean my desk up. But actually, that is it there. So I'm going to plastic weld that piece back in because I don't want that little piece missing. So I'll put that carefully to one side. So now though we can see exactly what's gone on, and it is that twisted piece of plastic is just sort of completely sheared off and broken on there. And there's no way that we can repair that, which is a little bit annoying, but that's why I always have sort of other broken figures lying around, and we can use this one, the other one that we've taken apart. So we can take this twisted piece of plastic, which is the one on the sort of pelvis that works, and we'll apply it to this figure. So I'll take the better head, which is actually the one that came off this. We can pop that in there. Let's just put this back together just to see if it works now, and then we can start sort of repairing the damage we've done. So again, that one does not want to sort of raise up. Oh, it does actually. Just needs, I think, a little bit of Vaseline on that. So we'll add a bit of that again just to make it sort of move smoothly. And then the way we're going to put this figure back together is actually just going to be to plastic weld it, because this plastic feels like it will work really nicely with plastic weld. So I'm just going to drop plastic weld all around the edge and glue him back together, and then we should have a fully working Mekaneck top part of the body, and then it's just a case of reattaching the legs, which I've shown many times. So we'll take these good legs off this pelvis and get a new he-band to replace that. But yeah, it should all go back together pretty easily. That, yeah, already is working, just needs a bit of Vaseline. So let's get the plastic weld out and we'll do some repairs. So here's my plastic weld and a paintbrush. I'm just going to get some plastic weld on the end of that paintbrush, because this is the tiny piece of plastic that I want to reattach that just broke out of there. So I've managed to work out which way round it goes, just like that. I've got it held very loosely in my tweezers here, so I don't want to drop it. So I'm just going to carefully drop a little bit of plastic weld just where I want it to attach. I mean, a very tiny amount at this stage. And I'm going to try and line that up with my tweezers and get that put back into place. It really is a small piece. It probably is hardly worth doing, but as I've managed to find it, I might as well get that attached. So yeah, that is now back in place. And now we can go ahead and put the whole of this sort of body back together. So this is the pelvis from the replacement one. This is the better head. I put some Vaseline just on the two little posts either side. We can drop that into there. Put that onto that. I've also put some Vaseline up the runners there. I'm just making sure I've got this around the right way. I haven't. That is the back part of the body. So put that into the back of the body. We'll drop the front on like that. And yeah, that little piece of plastic was just there. So it's worth doing, I think. This should work if I twist it, because we've got all the Vaseline on. So now all I need to do is get my plastic weld and sort of let capillary action work its magic. And I'll drop it along the edge, and it should be pulled into all of these joints and reattach the body back together. Certainly good enough for what we need here. And I can also run a bit over where we've got the cracks, where it's gone a little bit light, and it might darken those down. That's now had time to set, and actually it doesn't look as bad as I was expecting it. There's a little bit of damage around the edges, but really pretty minimal, and it all works really nicely. So we can now go ahead, we'll put his arms back on, which is just a case of popping those on, a bit of a twist, and they'll click in place, and that will also help hold the body together. So it's worth putting these back on early, like that. And now we can go ahead and put the legs on from this one. So I've got myself a replacement he-band. I've shown you many times before how to do this. I'm just going to quickly replace the legs and then we'll put him back together. And there we go, I now have Mekaneck all back together and he looks really pretty good. The damage that I caused on the side of the figure really wasn't that bad actually. I thought it looked a lot worse when I was doing it, but by the time you put the figure back together with a bit of plastic weld and the armour goes over the top of that, you really can't see that there was any damage caused at all. And now the neck works really nicely. So it seems there are a couple of reasons why the neck may fail. It could be that the mechanism breaks completely, which was what happened on the second figure, but it could just be that the mechanism is a little bit stiff, so you need to add some grease or some lubrication inside it. So next time I get my hands on a Mekaneck figure that doesn't work, I think the first thing I'm going to try and do is actually just spray some WD-40 inside it and see if that is enough to loosen up the mechanism, because certainly adding the Vaseline to the first one really did make it work very freely, and that's what I've also done on this second one. So the neck now moves in and out without any issues. It's been an interesting project to work on. I like working on things that I've never worked on before, as I said, because I learn something every time, and this was a figure I'd never worked on, and so that was the whole point of this video today, was to learn how to fix him, and I think I have pretty much done that. I certainly managed to get this one back up and working, and he's a really very displayable figure. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it, then why not think about becoming a patron of the channel? You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat, where I show projects and restorations that you won't see anywhere else. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Toy-Polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.